I am always overjoyed when piglets are born, but at the same time, I get very scared when I see them eating this aggressively. Just look at this. This tells me that we are about to enter the aggressive stage where you need to spend a lot of money on these guys. But in any case, I'm happy they are really eating well. But there's one thing I need to also tell you about the pigs I decided to use for our feed experiment. I decided to sell them initially when they were not showing good signs of growth, especially when they were 7 months already. But something told me to keep them and then increase the protein content. And in just 2 weeks, I went there and I can see the difference for myself. Their bodies have changed, their muscles have built up already, and the females, they are four in number, but two are already in heat. But I'm not crossing them because their body size is not still in good shape for me. I'm still waiting for them to have that kind of massive body before I might decide to cross or sell them for another person to start breeding. Yeah, so the formula didn't work, but I'm happy that at least I learned what didn't work. And all the same, if you have seen these piglets eating this aggressive, this is not a creep feed for them, but it's a feed in between lactating and then creep. So I strike a balance just to ensure that the sows and the piglets are able to eat at the same time. That is why you're seeing them here. All right. So that is pig farming for you. But there's one more thing I need to tell you also, especially there's some of you that have been watching my videos and also watching a lot of online videos and you are not taking any action. I can tell you that it will not do you any good if you watch them for the next 10 years. It will be better you stop watching altogether because watching and not taking action, you'll not see any results. The best thing for you to do is start with what you have. Start small, make the mistakes. And these days, you're even lucky. There are online resources, and I've also shared a lot of things that could go wrong in your farming. But you can decide to also start and learn the mistakes, learn the lessons, and then make some profit for yourself. Because the more you wait to get all the resources you need, especially in terms of the money and then the knowledge, somebody somewhere else has started already. And this person, guess what, is already taking part of your market and also making money for himself already. Before you start, he's already years ahead of you. So I'll just encourage you to start small with what you have. Don't try to be a perfect farmer from the beginning. Some reach out to me and they are actually demotivated and discouraged from the fact that they have seen other people doing it big time and with well and fancy established infrastructure. And they want to also own the same thing from the beginning. My guy, if you do that, you always not start anything for yourself. In this life you are, no matter what you do, somebody will be greater than you, someone will be better than you, and you'll be better than some people. So if you are seeing what somebody is doing, looking very fancy, beautiful from the beginning, and you admire it, and because of that, you find yourself in a corner that you don't even trust what you are capable of. It will not do you any good. It is good to admire the established and then the well-structured farms, but start small and then reinvest the little you have into your pen so you can get the same shape. Okay? Just do that and stop looking for all the perfect things before you start. I started, I didn't know anything about pig farming, but I was learning. I lost some of the pigs and I made mistakes. I got cheated and exploited along the way. And as time went by, I also got some people that I exploited, and I knew how to go out there by the marketing and also running my pig farm now that I'm sharing with you. But if you are still lagging behind and maybe it's due to the knowledge you need, that is why I've also created this step-by-step pig farming course just to guide you so you know what to do exactly at every stage of your pig farming. Sometimes when you are raising these pigs, that is treating sows with swollen udders while they are still nursing the piglet. So sometimes after giving birth, a sow's udder can get swollen, and this could be due to mastitis or other infections, which you need to take care of. And if it is not treated quickly, it can cause pain for the sow and reduce the milk production for the piglet. And you know what that means? Hungry piglets, slower growth, and more work for you to do. And you're keeping them longer than they should be on the farm. So for my sows, they are the type that They don't like their needles at all. The moment they see a syringe, they will run away and keep moving around in the pen. Yeah, I'm sure many of you have also had this kind of animals on your farm. That's why before I give any injection, I have to make sure they are held tightly by one or two people. And this keeps the cell still so I can give the treatment safely without hurting her or myself. But I think in this video, I've been very careless, not covering my feet. And this, I could have sustained injury. But thank God nothing happened. I've learned a lesson here today. All right, so usually that's what I'll do. I ensure that somebody helps me hold them. But if they are piglets or they are growers, which I can easily lift them up. If I lift them up, they start misbehaving, then they stand calm. Because observing from that height to the ground, if I should let them fall, they're going to break their bones. One thing is also that if your house is shaking or it's not being gentle or standing at one place when you're giving injection, and you are not careful as a farmer yourself, you can end up getting the needle broken inside the pig. So that can also mean another complication for you. So that's why usually when you are trying to inject and they start moving, you leave the needle whilst it's attached to them. So in this case, I'm giving an antibiotic injection to fight the infection and then reduce the swelling further. And that, depending on the vet advice also, sometimes you can just use some anti-inflammatory drugs, which are also on the market. And these ones are given to help them relieve the pain and reduce the swelling, like I just talked about. And after injection, you just monitor the cells closely over the next few days to make sure she's eating well, feeding the piglets well, and then the swelling is going down, whilst the piglets are also increasing in their size. That is the weight gain they are having, right? So if you have ever noticed your cells either getting swollen, don't wait. You have to just act quickly. Either you treat it if you know how to go about it, or you call your veterinarian to come there help you do the treatment. Okay, so I just want to know if you have ever had to treat a sow with this kind of condition on your farm. I want to know how you handled it, or you just allowed the sow to fight it on their own. And if you also want to learn more about handling pigs in every stage of farming, you can just check out my pig farming online course, a self-paced model that you can just learn it at your own time. And the link is just in the description.